Good morning children, welcome back to chemistry session. In previous session we have seen separation of immiscible liquids by separating funnel method, and in today's session we are going to talk about sublimation technique or separation of components of salt and ammonium chloride by sublimation technique. Let us start today's session children. Separation of components of salt and camphor. Separation of components of salt and camphor by sublimation method. Here we have to separate the components of salt and camphor. It's a mixture of salt and camphor by sublimation technique. Why we choose only sublimation technique to separate the components of a mixture of salt and camphor? Because in earlier session we have discussed the activities like evaporation method. We choose evaporation method when one of the soluble component present in the given solvent. Then by evaporation method we can separate the components of the mixture and one of the soluble component is present in the mixture. And we had also discussed that centrifugation method. Centrifugation method is based on the densities of the two liquids. So gentle spinning of the mixture of the substance which separates into two layers. That is nothing but separation of components of a blood as well as separating cream or butter from a milk by centrifugation technique. And we had also seen separating funnel method. Separating funnel method is used to separate two immiscible liquids which is based on the densities or specific gravities of the two liquids. The liquid which has low density which present at the top of the separating funnel and which has high density which is present at the bottom of the separating funnel. So those techniques are based on the physical properties of the components of the mixture. Now we have chosen sublimation method because we have already seen the definition of sublimation. Sublimation means the process of conversion of solids directly changes into gases without changing into liquids on heating. Suppose if you take the solid substance on heating this mixture, when one of the component is directly changes from solid state to gaseous state, then the substance is nothing but subliming or sublimating agent. So we choose sublimation method when one of the component of the mixture has sublime or sublimating agent and another component as non-sublime. For example, here we have considering a mixture of salt and camphor. By looking, we cannot separate them because they looks alike. They looks alike. Salt, crystal salt and camphor looks alike. So by looking or by hand looking method, we cannot separate the components of the mixture. But when we heat the mixture, then one of the component has directly changes from solid state to gaseous state. Let us see this children. Sublimation process. So we should take a mixture of salt and camphor in a china dish. We should place a china dish over the tripod stand. It's a tripod stand children. We should place wire case over the tripod stand. This is wire gauge. We have to place wire gauge over the depot stand. Over the wire gauge, we have to place a China dish which contains a mixture of salt and camphor. It's a mixture of salt and camphor. Now we have to place inverted glass funnel over the China dish. Inverted glass funnel means reverse position of the glass funnel. So we know that glass funnel is opposite to this. So this is the position of inverted glass funnel, and this is the tip of the glass funnel. We have to close. We have to close the tip of the glass funnel with a cotton plug. Cotton plug. Now we have to heat the mixture with the help of spirit lamp or Bunsen burner. With the help of spirit lamp or Bunsen burner, we have to heat the mixture children. Maybe either spirit lamp or Bunsen burner. So this is the experimental arrangement of sublimation technique. We have considered depot stand, we place wire gauge over the depot stand, and we have taken a mixture of salt and camphor in a China dish. And we cover the China dish with the help of a inverted glass funnel. This is glass funnel children, which is in inverted position, inverted glass funnel, and with the help of spirit lamp or Bunsen burner, we have to heat the mixture. On heating, you notice that vapors are present in the China dish. The vapors are changes into the mixture, it changes into vapor state, solid state to vapor state children. So these vapors you notice in the China dish on heating the mixture. Now on cooling the mixture, means when we put out the flame, then the mixture is allowed to cool for some times. So after some time, we notice that there is a deposition of solids. Deposition of solids over the walls of the glass funnel. This is nothing but solid vapor. So we notice deposition of vapor form of the component is placed over the walls of the glass funnel. That means in the mixture, one of the component is directly changes from solid state to gaseous state on heating. When the mixture is allowed to cool for some times, after some time, we notice that there is a deposition of solid over the walls of the funnel. That means here one of the component of the mixture is sublime. That is called camphor. A camphor is sublime or sublimating agent. Here salt is non-sublime. Non-sublime or not sublimating agent. So on heating, the camphor is directly changes from solid state to gaseous state. So when the mixture is allowed to cool for some time, then the vapors are recondensed over the walls of the vapors of the camphor is deposited over the walls of the glass funnel. Then we can separate the The solid form of camphor which deposited over the walls of the glass funnel. Then salt is remain in the China dish. So this is the way we can separate components of mixture by sublimation method. But the sublimation method is based on the one of the component must have sublime in nature, another component has non-sublime in nature. Here the substances like ammonium chloride. Ammonium chloride formula NH+ here. Naphthalene, and anthracene, solid carbon dioxide, common name is dry iodine. So these are the compounds, these are some of the examples of sublime or sublimating agent. So this is the way we can separate components of mixture when one other component acts as sublimating agent by sublimation method. Next technique children. Next one, separation of dye from ink. Separation of dye from ink. We have seen that ink, and many people think that ink is a pure substance. It is a single substance, but ink is made up of two or more substances, children. So, is it possible to separate dyes from a ink? Let us see. So, what technique is used to separate dyes from a ink? Let us see, children. So, for doing this activity, we require some apparatus like a glass beaker which has filled with the water. And we should take a thin strip of filter paper. We should take a thin strip of filter paper, and the thin strip of filter paper is allowed to place it in the glass beaker. It's a thin strip of filter paper with the help of glass rod. With the help of glass rod, it is allowed to just place over the water level in the beaker. This is a filter paper. And we should draw a line on the filter paper. It is just above some distance over the water level. We should draw a line on the filter paper. This line is just above the water level, and on the line we should place a mark. On the line we should place a mark with ink, either blue ink or black ink. So we should make a ink spot on the line and make sure that the filter paper is just touch the water level. So this filter paper is just touch the water level. This is ink spot, children. So when the filter paper is just touch the water level, then the water rises up. When the water rises over the filter paper, then after some time you notice that this ink spot may appear in different colors. Initially, the ink spot has bright intensity, but after some time, when the water rises over the filter paper, then the ink spot may appear in different colors. So, this proves that ink is not a single substance. So, ink is made up of different components. So, ink is made up of different colors and water. It's made up of different colors as well as different dyes. So, different dyes and water. Because when the water level rises over the filter paper, then the ink spot, intensity of the ink spot may get decreased, and which is present in different colors. So that concludes that proves that ink is not a single substance. It is made up of different dyes or colors, and these are different solute present in the solvent. And the soluble solute present in the solvent which forms a solution. So that's why ink is a solution. It's a homogeneous mixture or solution. So this activity proves that by this technique is used to separate components of the dyes in a mixture, and the technique name is chromatography technique. Chromatography. It is a novel technique to separate soluble solids in a given solvent. Here, dyes are solute. They have soluble nature, soluble solute in a given solvent. Here, water acts as a solvent. So, chromatography technique is a novel technique to separate soluble solvents, soluble solutes in a given solvent. So this is called chromatography technique. This technique is based on the colors of the different dyes. Colors of the different dyes children, because ink is made up of different dyes. Those dyes present in the different colors. By using chromatography technique, because it is a Greek word children. Here chroma means color. Chroma means color, and graphy means graphical representation. So this technique is based on the colored components of the different colored components of the mixture. When the mixture has different color, then we can separate the mixture into individual components by chromatography technique. That's why this technique is mostly useful in industries, pharmaceutical industries and laboratories, to separate the components of mixture, and also used in separation of components from the lead, because lead contains different components, and also used in pharmaceutical industries to separate the components of the different kind of drugs. So this is nothing but chromatography technique children. By chromatography technique we can separate components of the ink, because ink is not a single substance which is made up of different colors. It is one of the type of chromatography children. Nowadays we have types of chromatography, that is gas chromatography, column chromatography, paper chromatography, and TLC, thin layer chromatography, and HPLC. HPLC means high performance liquid chromatography. This is comes under paper chromatography, because with the help of filter paper we get separated components of the mixture. That's why it comes under paper chromatography. In higher classes you can learn types of chromatography. So this is the way we can separate dyes from ink by chromatography technique. So this is today's section children. I hope you understand today's section. In today's section we have seen sublimation technique and chromatography technique. I hope you understand today's section children. We'll meet in next session. Thank you.